Okay, today we're going to start off with explaining diversity, then move on to natural selection, and then move on to fitness. I'm Taylor Boscheman. I will be teaching these to Jacob Reed. So, first off, diversity is basically the differences between organisms, similar organisms. The example that was given in class was the certain species of moth that comes in two types, the peppered variety and the black variety. So those are the differences, the different shades of their wings, and that is basically diversity. In our own society, it'd be eye color, hair color, things like that, things that make us different, personality traits, just anything that makes something different. That is diversity.
Okay, so when we talk about diversity and the difference between diversity and different species is that for diversity, it's variation within a certain species, is it?
Right, yeah.
Okay. And these different variations are what allow a species to evolve because different traits are passed down that are more advantageous for the species.
Right, we're getting to that.
Okay.
So that's next. So the next thing is natural selection. And so this diversity, these differences, some of them are better for certain environments and make a certain species just more apt to survive.
Right, for example, like the butterfly example that you
moths.
referred to. Correct.
Yeah. So the example that was given in class was that these two moths, so the peppered one who was lighter colored and the black one that was obviously darker, at first the peppered colored moth had the better trait because it blended in with the tree, and then it was harder for birds to find it and eat it. So there were a lot more white or pepper colored moths than there were black. But then after the Industrial Revolution, the trees became darker colored, and so the black moths were a lot easier, or were a lot harder to find, and therefore there's a lot more black moths now than are white moths because they don't survive. So natural selection is having a trait that is adventitious for your environment and therefore makes you more apt to survive and reproduce.
So these ideas of diversity and natural selection are very interconnected.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Yes, I understand. So natural selection is the process by which different species, it allows different species to change over time because different species will survive. Different variations allow organisms within the species to proliferate longer than other species. Is that correct?
Solid word, yes. So that's what we're getting to next, is the passing down of traits, the passing down of genes. That's fitness.
Okay.
And so through this diversity, having a more adventitious trait through your diversity, through natural selection, you survive and are able to reproduce. And this ability to pass on your genes and reproduce is called fitness. So with fitness...
Now when you say fitness, do you mean if I'm very strong, then I'm fit? Is this what you mean?
No.
Okay.
So in fitness, it's the amount of offspring that you have that live to be a reproductive age.
Okay, so
Who live to reproduce.
for example, my grandfather who had 12 children, he would be described as someone very fit.
Yes, he would be very fit. So example from class, there was a slide with two strong guys and was asked, which one of these do you think is more fit? So everyone kind of decided which one they thought. And he said, actually, it's this guy. Pulls up a picture with a guy with like 20 kids because he passed on his genetic code to the next generation more times than the other guys had. Therefore, he was more fit. So just going back to the example of the moths, whichever moth passes on its genes to the most offspring is the most fit of the moths.
I understand. So if I wanted to be as fit as possible, what I would need to do is try to have as many offspring as I possibly could. Is that correct?
Yes. So pass down your genetic code to as many offspring as you could. Just have as many kids as you could. Pass down those sweet genes, those mustache genes. Great. Yes.
Yes, I understand.
Excellent. All right, that concludes our video. I hope everyone is now more informed. Thank you.